Hey guys, here's the next update in the 3D printed Dayton Lasko. So these are examples of what happens if you sand, then prime, then paint. Um, I have discovered that for the 3D printing, it's actually better if you prime, then sand, then paint. And the next, in fact, I got some canopies drying over here I can show you that are, these are a little smoother. Not sure how easily you can see. Those are now obviously you can sand, then prime, then sand, then paint, and that might even be better. But what I found, at least with the limitations of the tools that I have, sanding the 3D plastic before it was primed, either you would sand it too light and it wouldn't do anything, or you would sand it too heavy and it would kind of either discolor or get misshapen, or it would affect the plastic from the heat. So I had better luck sanding first or priming first, and then that way when you sand it, you're not hurting anything because there's a layer of primer. And but these here are sanded first, then primed, then painted. That's why that switch housing is a little misshapen. It's from the heat from the sanding. So let's give this one a try. I've been told, again, there's a few different types of printers that can be used that would eliminate the issue with being able to see lines in it altogether. But right now, I have a friend that has this particular printer, and it's relatively inexpensive, and he's got a great setup as far as, like, getting the shape. Like, you'll notice the shapes of these things are all perfect. They're beautiful. And so I kind of want to stick with that setup for that reason. Looks like this set of Dayton Lasko blades is a little off balance, maybe. Let's check it. I don't think this set's been up before. I don't even know if this motor's been up before, other than when I was testing them without a switch. $19 and a quarter, 19 and a half, 19 and 3/4, 19 and a half. So let's bring this one up a little. These are not easy blades to bend, by the way. That's as much as I'm going to try for now. I guess we can do the tack. We can do, we'll do a full test video on this because this one hasn't been on the test rig before. We'll let, oh yeah, I can see one of the blades is still a little bent. We'll let Metal Pete metal that. Getting about 75. Oh no, it's still climbing. This one's also got a little more hum than the other one. Still climbing. About 85 though. Oh yeah, we're faster still. 360 divided by 4 would be 90. So we're close to 100. I mean, I guess it makes sense. These are designed for commercial. They don't need a super slow low. About the same. about 130, 135. Seems a little slower than some of the others. Let's find out. That's definitely slower. Is the lamp on? Oh, lamp is on. Still slower than some of the others. This is just under 200. Like a nose hair. A nose hair. I haven't done a Pete in a while. Nose hair under 200. Okay. Now for the world's longest spin down. There's a huge backlog of fan testing. I mean, you wouldn't believe the pile of fans that's in here. It's pretty bad. Haven't been to Chicago much either. Been there a couple times. But I had a busy few weeks of my day job. I haven't recorded any workbench videos lately either. I don't know if you guys know. I record them all in like one fell swoop. For like at least half a season is usually recorded in one sitting. So at this point, everything's been recorded up to, but not including the John Menard video. So if you're following the Workbench series, I don't know where we're at when this video goes live, but look for the John Menard video. That's probably going to be the next one that gets recorded after this, because that's the next one in my notes. I'm still working on Design House Beverly Hills. I'm still working on Supreme. I'm working on Regency. I've got there's a whole bunch of different companies in my notes that I'm working on, but the one that's completed and ready to film is John Menard. Told you this would be a long spin down. So here's a question for you guys. It's impossible to match everything perfectly as far as colors. So I think it looks better to have the canopies and the switch cap slightly lighter than the motor and the blades if they can't match perfectly, rather than have them be slightly darker. So what do you guys think? I mean, this is pretty close. This is as close as I could get. But keep in mind, here's two Dayton Lasko canopies. So if I find a paint that matches one exactly, doesn't mean it's going to match another exactly. They're all slightly different. Wonder what that tape residue is on there for. Like, was somebody taping to it? I might even have a... First of all, let's try something different since I have my sanding tools out. Let's try wet sanding it. If that doesn't work, I'll try the usual, which is steel wool and WD-40. Not really coming. Okay, let's try the usual. Should have some right around here. Where's my WD-40? Where's my steel wool? It's normally right here on the workbench. Workbench is back to being cluttered because of all the sanding and painting. Usually there's a nice good pile of steel wool over here. Oh, got some fresh stuff from over here. Oh yeah, that took it right off. Okay, I'll let that be a lesson. Never doubt magic elixir and old reliable steel wool and WD-40. Is that where it was? You know what, let's do 0 to high next. Let's get that water off of there. Big and rush. I don't even remember what it went to. I think it went to like 0.83. Honestly, I'm really pleased with how these 3D printed parts have come. Like, if I don't get any better than this, this is still good enough to install. Yeah, these actually move great air. Yep, 182 is what I thought. I think it's going to start on 4. Ah, 3. Let's go back to 2. Well, that's off, so... Two, 3. Four. Five. 5 is a good low for these. 6. So is 6. Seven. 8. 9. 10. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Over. I want to try something else, actually. I'm just curious. Like if somebody said, hey, I want you to slow this down. We're still on 10, that's why. Starts on 2 on low. 3. 4. 5. 'So like if somebody wanted a slower low, 5 is good. But the only problem I have with that is there's no real difference between that. Like let's say I wired a 5 in series with the whole thing. And that. Okay, we already did 0 to high. Let's do solid states. These have been surprisingly quiet, so I'm going with bedroom quiet. And whoever told me that you couldn't use these on solid state told me a story, I guess. Oh, it's still capacitors. I was like, why is it? I hear it. This one's a little louder than some of the others. Definitely high end of bedroom. Maybe solidly living room. It's hard to tell. Still pretty quiet. Okay. And I'm going to turn it back to low and let it run with the lamp on overnight. Alexa, garage off.
Okay.
Anything else I need to come in? Alexa, workbench off.
Okay.
Alexa, garage off. Thanks for watching.